Hello, beautiful girl. Hello, my Chalise. Oh, Chalise. Um, what can I say? I left you alone with people that I thought I could trust at that playgroup in the Orewa Town Hall. And you know, they this is me. I'm going to justify what I did now because I feel so bad about it. Um, no, I'm not. First, I'm going to say how absolutely ashamed of. No, I'm not ashamed of myself. How absolutely. This is my deepest regret in life. My deepest regret in life, two things actually. One, being born into the family that I was born into. Except for my dad, I loved my dad. But my biggest regret was trusting these parents to look after you while I stepped out to go and I think I had to go and pay a power bill to stop the power from getting disconnected at the Nautilus where we were living. Mum was just on a benefit at that time, and even though I've got a lot of money, Mum's got a lot of money that Papatahi left to me because someone changed my IRD number, I can't access that money, so basically I'm fucked. Yes, Mum's going to use a few swear words in this video because that's just my prerogative now. Mum swears now. Mum never used to swear. Oh my gosh, do you remember that? You were only 3 when you were stolen from me. But yeah, Mum swears now. I think life has just dealt me a pile of fucking chicken shit mixed with horse shit mixed with fucking pig shit. Except during the times that I was with you, baby girl, my life was heaven. My life was heaven on earth. I loved you so much. Better move the camera now because I'm going to have a cigarette. This is just Mum giving you a look at how I am, Mum's mannerisms, the way Mum talks. This is all going to mean a lot to you because if you're looking at this after I've died, then you're going to be glad I made this video, aren't you? So, this is me, your mum. I've got very long hair now. I'll give you a better look at that in a minute, but I'm going to have a cigarette now. Mum smokes a lot. Mum's smoking out the window, by the way, so I'm just going to open the window. That cat that you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that cat meowing. No, Mum's not imagining things. There's a cat meowing outside my door. I'll tell you why I've said that in a minute. That cat was for you. I bought that cat thinking I was buying it for you. This is how confused I've been about your true identity, about the true identity of the little girl that I've been raising for so long. This is how confusing it's been. Baby girl, Mum's under the Mental Health Act at the moment, and it's been one of the worst experiences of my life to date, and Actually, no, the worst experiences of my life to date was um, spending time being abused. I was going to say living, but I'll say spending time being abused with my brother Ernest we lived in Donnelly's Crossing, then we lived in Kaihu Valley, and then I ran away from him when I was age 16. That's what a bad fucker he is. I would rather have faced the streets than to live at home with him. Not that I could even call it home. Anyway, I'm jumping from topic to topic here. Mum's under the Mental Health Act at the moment because I'm trying to figure everything out that happened. I'm trying to put pieces of the puzzle together. I think I've pretty much got it laid out. There's still a few pieces in a really difficult piece of my life puzzle that I'm trying to figure out and sort out. And that relates to what happened when Mum was living at 546 Whangapara Road. But aside from that, everything's pretty much kosher with my understanding of how my life has been. I'm just giving you a little video of whatever's popping into my mind as I'm talking. I want you to see who I am, how I've been over the time that you haven't been with me in my life. I'm absolutely gutted that you're not with me. I have been through one hell of a roller coaster ride emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, when I realised 8 years later that you had been swapped when you were little. And it breaks my heart, baby girl. It breaks my heart. You were the most beautiful thing that I'd ever beheld in my entire life. Mum smokes a lot now, Mum eats a lot now. I'll show you how fat I am. Oops, I'll finish this cigarette first. I'll show you how fat I am in a minute. I'm just being quiet now because sometimes it's good to just be quiet. Mum talks a lot anyway. My nose is really itchy. So do I look anything like I used to look when you were little? I've got a lot more fat on my face now. I'm trying to do something about that, but at the moment it's very difficult because I'm eating because of the emotional turmoil that I'm going through of missing you. I'm smoking because of the emotional turmoil that I'm going through of missing you, and also because of the abuse that I'm being subjected to under the Mental Health Act. But otherwise I'm okay. I'm okay. Things are calming down in my life now. My voice is seemingly lower than it used to be. I don't have the happiness in my voice that I used to have. I do sometimes. Mum's trying to lose weight. Mum's trying to write an affidavit to court at the moment. What I'm doing about everything is I'm writing an affidavit. Now, an affidavit, baby, is something that they should teach you in school, but they don't really teach you about that very much. You don't get to learn about things like that unless you do a law degree. And if ever, baby girl, if ever I wanted you to be something in this lifetime, it would be a lawyer. It would be a lawyer. a lawyer because in this life, see, we Māori are part of what we call the minorities. The minorities are people who have become minorities because they've been wiped out by racist people. And in this society here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, it is European people. They have been wiping us out since the time they came here, and that hasn't changed. Taking away our children from our families is one of the things that they do to stop us from, I guess, having a high level of intellect that would be able to take back our land and our culture and put a stop to this madness that is this criminal society that we live in. I've just put out a cigarette and I feel like having another. I'm going to show you how fat I am. Oh, by the way, what I've just said about the criminal society, it's true. But a lot of people will say, oh, she's crazy. She's just angry because her daughter got taken from her. It's not that way at all. I have felt a lot of... I've felt a lot of anguish all my life from being treated like a dark person in a white society made white people for white people. So I'm doing something about that, but I'm going to show you how fat I am now. See how fat Mum is? Look. And this is Mum's long hair that I'm growing. This is Mum's long hair that I'm growing for you. Yes, my darling girl, I'm growing it for you. Okay, right. So much I want to say in this video. So much I want to say. But I guess the most important thing that I'd like to say is that I love you so much, Chalise. I never stopped loving you. I thought you were the little girl that you were swapped with. And I'm so, so very sorry. I'm so, so very sorry that I mistook her for you. Mum's been through a thing that I call trauma reactive memory delay, and that is when things happen that really upset me, they just, after sleeping, they just disappear out of my mind. And in some cases, those memories didn't come back to me until years later. So 8 years later, I'm talking to you as your mum who thought you were the little girl that I was living with me, and you weren't. You weren't. I just feel like punching myself in the head for being confused. Baby girl, a few little girls have come into Mum's life since you were taken from me. You and your baby. I know you were pregnant when you were taken from me. and I've written a lot about this on my website. A few little girls have come into my life since then, and a few have been taken again. Why did this happen to me in my life? I'll tell you why. Because we live in a criminal society. It's like Mum said before. A criminal society is a society that has been taken over by another race of people who are still doing their best to wipe out the people who were here first. So, but the thing is, they do it very secretively. They do it in secret ways. They don't do it out in the open, bang, shoot you, kill you, stab you, although that does happen sometimes. But most times they do it secretively. They are cunning, calculative, secretive criminals. And a lot of the children being raised in this society are being brought up to hate on Māori people. And in some ways our people do things that warrant and deserve that reputation, but in many other ways we don't. In many other ways, put it this way, the majority of our people are good. There are some people, some of our people that do bad things, but it happens because they are treated so badly, it makes them become bad people, so to speak. No, that I mean literally, it makes them become bad people. And this happens to anyone. This is not just happening in Māori society. This is happening in European society. It happens in America. It happens in Canada. It happens in Australia. It happens in the United Kingdom. It happens everywhere in the world. So we just have to do our best to survive this gauntlet of abuse that happens to Māori people. Oh, not just to Māori people, to everyone. The most important thing to me right now is finding you. I'm writing an affidavit to court. I'm probably repeating myself now. But this is what it's like. I've just got so much I want to say to you. So much I want to reveal to you about so many things. Oh, I don't know. I'm just so filled with regret. I'm filled with regret. I'm gutted. Mum's been through a lot, and there's some children, baby, who Mum loves very, very much, like I love you, who are going through very similar things to you, baby girl. They're being hit, they're being abused, they're being raped, they're being emotionally and physically and mentally and spiritually traumatized by people who hurt little children by hating them with their fists. They hate them with their words. They hate them with their actions. And Mum's writing an affidavit for them as well, because I really, really need to bring this whole situation to a head. So anyway, that's what Mum's doing at the moment. Mum's writing an affidavit to court so that the courts can get honest detectives to look into this situation called Nellie's life with her children, without her children. And I'm trying to get them to find you so that you can come back home to live with me. Anyway, wish me good luck with that, baby. There's a very high chance that the courts are just going to laugh me out of the court system. that my affidavit is going to be thrown in the rubbish bin. All my words of heartfelt integrity and honesty and truth could be just squashed beneath the hammer of racism, of prejudice, of who gives a shit about what happens to Māori people, especially a Māori person that's been through as much as I have. But I just have to keep trying, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to make some noise in public so that the people in public can hopefully care about you, how you were taken from me when you were pregnant at 3 years old. You were such a happy little girl, Chalise. Oh, I'm so pleased to know that I was calling you Chalise before you left home so that you can recognise your name. Now, this is a message to the little girl, to my little girl who claimed me down at Child, Youth and Family in Orewa. Baby girl, you've got those scars on your stomach. I think you've got a scar on your face, I can't remember. But you've got scars on your stomach, and you'll remember me because I kissed your forehead and I told you I accept you. Now what happened after that happened is I got memory loss again, and I couldn't remember that meeting that I had with you. And instead of them saying to me, Nellie, don't you remember the little girl that we got you to meet the other day? Instead of them saying that to me, they just turned their back on me, and didn't say another word about it. And that is a prime example of me or mum's trauma reactive memory loss. So baby girl, talking to my daughter who tried to claim me down at Child, Youth and Family, it's possible you're the same Chalise that grew up with me till age 3. It's possible that you're not. But if you are, I'll be so wrapped. What else do I have to say? To all the little girls who came into my life who are still being abused, I love you just as much as I love my Chalise. And you have to know that in your hearts, that's the truth. I came to love you all as I love my Chalise. Yes, I reserve a special love for my Chalise because I grew her in my puku and gave birth to her and loved and cherished her and nurtured her with all my heart and soul. So I reserve a special love for her and always will. But I love each of you girls so much. I love you so much, my heart is breaking for every single one of you. And I'm writing to the courts about you as well. So please, I'm trying to write as fast as I can, but it's difficult, which is why I'm smoking a lot and that sort of stuff. But I'm going to try and save you as soon as I can. As soon as I can. And you know what? If the courts don't apprehend these motherfuckers, then I'm going to. I'm sorry about my swearing, but Mum swears now. Mum never used to swear. Mum only started swearing after we got attacked by pedophiles in our house, and that's the first time I started swearing. I didn't even start swearing when Dave raped you, Chalise, and I should have started swearing back then. Oh, my nose is so itchy. My thoughts are just racing around at the moment. Um, there's just so much I want to say, so much I want to get out, but it's very difficult when you're trying to bring into focus a whole lifetime worth of confusion. And that's all I've suffered from. No matter what anyone says to you, my girls, all Mum has suffered from is confusion. I haven't suffered from delusion. I've suffered from confusion, and that's the difference that makes all the difference. In my way of thinking, confusion is sometimes when you transpose memories. So I'm a person who's been trying to recall um, traumatic experiences from the past, and sometimes I can put one traumatic experience on top of the other and think they are one experience when in actual fact they are two. Um, so that causes confusion. But those ones are easy to sort out. They're fine. Those ones are no problem. So they come back to you. The more you probe your memory for things, the more they come back to you. And so delusion is whereby your mind conjures up something and then you start believing it as the truth. Um, for example, um, I might think to myself that I went to the store yesterday and bought 2 bottles of milk when I know that didn't happen. But sometimes when you're going through the process of repressed memory recall, you can start thinking like that, but you just have to rein yourself in and remember things that actually happened, not things that did happen, that didn't happen. So, um, when you see me out in public, please come and say hello to me. Alright, that's all I'm going to say for now because, gosh, there's just so much I want to say. And and there's just so much to say. Okay, this is for all my children, especially you, Chalise. That's for you. I hope that kiss blows all over you in your darkest moments, in your darkest hours. Okay, bye for now. It's never goodbye. It's only see you soon.